What's up, ladies and gentlemen? BMG here, also joined by Fabio, and welcome back to another episode of XPN News. Today's topic: Activision purchase hasn't helped Xbox Game Pass, a report claims. We go over to Insider Gaming, where the report comes from Mike Straw. Microsoft's purchase of Activision Blizzard hasn't helped it grow Game Pass or the gaming business in general, according to a new report from The Information. The growth from the acquisition has yet to hit what Microsoft was hoping for when it made the 69 billion purchase. The information claims that Microsoft was hoping that the purchase would help convince more players to sign up to the service, as well as push more studios to releasing their games on the subscription-based platform. Instead, their sources say that several leading game studios have resisted Microsoft's pitch that they should have put their titles on Game Pass in exchange for fees that Microsoft offers to pay to the gaming studios. Denny Fish, a portfolio manager who oversees funds including a reported 800 million of Microsoft stock, told the outlet Activision has been disappointing. Microsoft has targeted reaching 100 million subscribers by 2030. As of February 2024, there were only 34 million subscribers, including those that became subscribers after Microsoft converted Xbox Live to Xbox Game Pass Core. So you can go over to Insider Gaming. There is more information on there, but essentially, the claim is that Game Pass hasn't grown. I'm assuming it's grown a bit, but not a lot. But Game Pass hasn't grown to what they was expecting, getting more subscribers, more people in the ecosystem, which says to me maybe this was the catalyst to why they've now pivoted to say games are coming to PlayStation, Nintendo Switch 2, which we'll get into in another video. So I'm assuming that's why they've now pivoted to not only is it releasing day one in Game Pass Ultimate, as if you remember, Game Pass Standard does not get day one releases. They get it so many months down the line, is why they've now pivoted going over to PlayStation and Xbox, because they want to recoup some of their money that they've lost. They want to make a profit on this. It wasn't a small acquisition. It's a big acquisition. It cost the company, in fact, it's the biggest in the gaming industry. So I can understand why it's moving over. Do I think the Game Pass has grown? Yes. I do think Game Pass has grown. Do I think it's grown to what Microsoft was expecting? No, because like any big company, they're expecting up here when it's probably more like there. So I think probably now we're sat around, I think we're going to be sat about 40 million. I think we're about 40 million subscribers today from like February 2024 to now. I think we're about 40 million. What's your thoughts, Fabio?
Honestly, when it comes to all of that, like in my personal opinion, I think this is nonsense. I'm gonna be advocating for Microsoft in this situation here, which like honestly I hate to do it for any company. I think that for any company, if they make any mistakes or if they are having trouble, that's their problem, that's their issue to solve it. But now I will have to be advocating for them because like taking into consideration that Satya Nadella himself said that Call of Duty Black Ops 6 was the biggest launch ever in Call of Duty franchise history, not just in terms of players at release, simultaneous players after release as well, current players, and also Game Pass users. We had an increase on Game Pass users as we would have, but I do agree, but I will consider that they are not going to be achieving right now the amounts that they will probably be expecting or something like that. Because if you take a look at the article, it says that Microsoft is expected to have around 100 million Game Pass subscribers until 2030. And like that's just such a giant number for such a short amount of time. So like they're probably just like our idea would be this, but if we get closer to it, like 80 million, 70 million, that would be fine. And I think that with Call of Duty being added over and over year after year, it's going to be achieving that. But most of all, I think that yes, Black Ops 6 is going to is was a huge success for Microsoft as well, and the Activision Blizzard acquisition is still going to give them results, considering that we are now getting Call of Duty Day One on Game Pass. We are soon going to be getting any future Blizzard games as well there, and I just think that the idea of the article is quite bizarre. By the way, this is not an article originally from Insider Gaming. They are sharing a report that was done by the website called The Information, which like the information which is like a website where the articles that you access you need to pay a monthly fee, like have the base version, you have the pro version, and you have in the monthly fee like curiously right after Xbox announces their direct developer direct events. I think that's quite curious. So, in my opinion, this is just like a journalist that is trying to get some clicks, get some people to subscribe to the website in order to somehow make some claims that make no sense whatsoever, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, which is fair enough. You know, we've got to look at both sides. We've got to be objective about this. We do
Yes,
cover multiple things, not just Xbox, with PlayStation, with Nintendo, with movies, games, everything, absolutely everything. But like I say, I will say on the defense of Insider Gaming, they wouldn't post something unless they've got their own people that they've corroborated this with as well. So, but time will tell. We will see. Xbox don't release numbers anymore, but we will see what happens. Uh, Ladies and gentlemen, if you like this and you want to see more, like, share, and put something in the comments. But other than that, we'll see you on the next one.